Hello there, how are you? My name is Odwale Godwin and welcome back to Emoji Economics. Today we'll continue our discussion on differentiation, which is under Introduction to Calculus. We'll continue our discussion on differentiation, and in the previous we've had two classes on calculus right now. So the first one we talked about the basic form of differentiation. We introduced ourselves to what calculus was all about, integration, and so on and so forth. Then the video that followed that, we talked about the product rule. Okay, and in this particular video, we're talking about the quotient rule. Now, let me pass some information across. It has been observed that most of our subscribers are from Facebook, from sharing bases, sharing links on Facebook to Facebook groups and all of that. So a lot of people have subscribed to this channel via Facebook. But what has been noticed is that, when you subscribe via any link that you see on Facebook, you don't get to see the bell button. Alright, so when you click on subscribe, you are meant to see the bell button and then click on the bell button, because the bell button notifies you, when new classes are made available. For example, this is not going to be the end of calculus. In fact, from the title of the playlist, Introduction to Calculus. So there are still going to be a lot of videos on calculus, quite a number of classes on calculus. So if you are interested in attend all of the newer classes, so you would have to turn on that notification bell. That's the bell that appears after you subscribe. So what I'm asking us to do right now is to type Emoji Economics on YouTube. So I type Emoji Economics on the YouTube app or on Google. I open the page. So if you subscribe before, you see a bell button beside the subscription button. So click on that bell button. So click on all. Okay, click on the bell button and you see all personalized or something like that. Then click on all. Then if you haven't subscribed before, so just click on the subscribe button. The bell appears immediately. Then click on the bell. Now that notifies you when new classes are made available, in case you want to follow up whatever class that we are having. And as well, when there are classes like this, we make sure that we put them together on playlists. Okay, so we have different playlists. So the playlist for this is going to be Introduction to Calculus. Alright, so you just go to the page, you see videos, descriptions, channel, playlists and all of that. So click on playlist. Then you see different playlists that we've had so far so good. So just look for the one that says Introduction to Calculus. Open it, then attend the class from the very beginning if you want to have the basic idea of calculus up to the advanced level that is required for economics undergraduates or college economics students. So thank you very much for that. Now for your audience. Now let's come back to what we have to do today. Whenever we have a function that has a numerator and a denominator, there is a different way to do their differentiation. So, and that is where we talk about the quotient. So what we have to apply then is the quotient rule. Look at this here. So we have two questions on the board. Y equals 10x to the power x minus modified divided by 2x. Then this other one, we have the numerator as well divided by the denominator. So in order to solve something like this, the quotient rule is what we use, and the quotient rule is this. It's more or less a formula. So you have v dv dx minus u dv dx, all of that into a bracket and be divided through by v squared. Now it's not difficult at all. Now let's get to business so that you understand what I'm saying. Now the numerator is called u. So we expect the numerator as u and we expect the denominator as v. Alright, so in this very first question, we already have the u. The u is this. Okay, so for question 1, u equals 10x raised to the power 8 minus 6x raised to the power 7, right? So what's going to be the u dx? The u dx, remember that it's going to be a straight d, not a slanted d. It's going to be 80x raised to the power 7 minus 42x raised to the power 6. So that's all. We are through. Then what is v? V equals 2x. Alright, so the v dx equals 2. Right? Now v equals 2x as well, so v squared, because we're needing v squared in the formula, v squared equals the entirety of 2x squared. So v squared then is going to be 4x squared. So that's all. You just have to input them in their respective positions using this formula. So the y dx is going to equal, what is v? V is 2x, right? Into bracket. What is du dx? So we come here, du dx is 80x raised to the power 7 minus 42x raised to the power 6, right? Then minus, what is u? U is 10x. So u is 10x raised to the power 8 minus 6x raised to the power 7. Then what is dv dx? dv dx is 2. Okay, so then everything will be divided by v squared, and v squared is what? x squared. So I can just do something like this. Alright, so we open up this. So 2x multiplied by 80x raised power 7. So that's going to give us 2 times 80 is 160. X raised power 1 times x raised power 7 is x raised power 8. From your indices, if you don't understand that now, you need to go back, just revise your indices. Now we multiply this by this as well because we're trying to enlarge the open up the whole thing. So 2x multiplied by 2 times 42 itself is 84. It's 4. X raised power 1 times x raised power 6 is x raised power 7. Alright, so we have this on so you have this here minus 2 multiplied by, I think this is 2, right? So 2 multiplied by 10 x raised power, so that's going to give us 20 x raised power 8 minus 2 multiplied by 6 is 12 x raised power 7. 12 x raised power 7. Is that right? Yeah, that is right. Everything divided by 4x squared. Alright, so equals, I can just open up all of this. So when I open up, I have 160 x raised power 8 minus 84 x raised power 7 minus times 20 x raised power 8 is going to give us minus 20 x raised power 8. Then minus times minus is plus 12 x raised power 7. So everything, let me just do it this way. Everything like this is 7 to save space divided by 4x squared. Alright, so all we just have to do is we have 160 x raised power 8 here minus 20. Let's collect like terms. So 160 x raised power 8 minus 20 x raised power 8. Alright, then minus 84 x raised power 7, then plus 12 x raised power 7. So everything divided by 4x squared. Now 160 minus 20, so that's going to give me 140 x raised power 8. So minus 84 plus 72. I think that should be plus 72 x raised power 7. Minus 72 x raised power 7. So everything divided by 4x raised power 2. Now the funny thing is, you could leave your answer this way if there is nothing divisible anymore. But we can still divide this because opening up the bracket, so we have 140 x raised power 8 minus, so just trying to make the whole thing as simple as possible, 72 x raised power 7 divided by 4x squared. So we can simplify this as 140 x raised power 8 divided by 4x raised power 2 minus 72 x raised power 7 divided by 4x raised power 2. Now 140 divided by 4, so 140 divided by 4 will give me 35. So divide the x equals 35. Alright, then x raised power 8 divided by x raised power 2. So from the law of indices, that's going to give us x 8 minus 2. Of course, I just wrote that there for people that may not understand the magic. Now 72 divided by 4 should give us 4 into 12, so 18. That should give us 18. So we have 72 divided by 4 is 18. 18 times 2 is 36 times 3 is 4. So x 7 minus 2 from the law of indices. So in the end, we'll be having, this will be equal to 35 x raised power 6 minus 18 x raised power 5. So that's the answer. So that's how to go about that. That's how to go about that. So there is no big deal with that at all. Now let's attempt another question. Let's attempt another question, which is the second one. So B says, so we do the same thing. We do the same thing. So here, this is going to be our U, and then this is going to be our V. So we have U and we have V. So you can just say, since we have U and V, so there's no point in writing them again. I just say du dx. Du dx is this will become 10x minus 9. 10x minus 9, right? Then the v dx is going to be so we have x squared plus 1, so that's going to be 2x. Then v squared is just going to be s squared plus 1 then squared. There's no need, you don't have to open up the bracket, you don't have to do that. So we then apply the formula. So for the y dx, the formula says dy dx equals v du dx. So the v is x squared plus 1, x squared plus 1. What is du dx? Du dx is 10x minus 9, right? 10x minus 9, close the bracket, then minus, what is u? U is 5, can I just open this up? 5x squared minus 9x plus 8, alright, multiplied by dv dx. Now dv dx is 2x, multiplied by 2x, okay, so everything divided by v squared, and v squared is x squared plus 1 squared. So we're just trying to save space. Now when we open this up, so we then have x squared times 10x is going to give us 10x cubed, alright, then minus x squared times 9 is going to give us 9x squared plus 10x, then plus times minus 9, alright, so minus, let's open this bracket, 5x squared times 2x, that's going to give us 10x cubed, then minus 9x times 2x is going to give us minus 18x squared, then what is this? Plus 8, okay, plus 8 times 2x is going to give us plus 16x. So everything divided by, let me just say v squared, so just to save for space, v squared. Alright, then we can open up now. So we have 10x cubed minus 9x squared plus 10x minus 9 minus 10 minus times this is going to give us minus 10x cubed minus times this is going to give us plus 18x squared, then minus times plus is going to give us minus 16x. So everything divided by v squared. So let's just continue that way. Now we have 10x cubed minus 10x cubed. So 10x cubed cancels 10x cubed. So we are left with 9x. We are left with minus 9x squared. So which one has squared again? This plus 18x squared, then plus 10x plus 10x minus 16x minus 9. So everything divided by v squared. So minus 9x squared plus 18x squared is going to give us 9x squared plus 10x minus 16x. That's going to give us minus 6x minus 9. Alright, so everything divided by v squared. So I could just write, let's just say, everything divided by, what is v squared? x squared plus 1 raised to power 2. Yeah, so that's the answer. Let me check my notes to check. So we have 9x squared minus 6x minus 9 now divided by x squared plus 1 then raised to power 2. So that's just how to use the quotient rule to attempt questions like this. So I believe this isn't difficult at all. So the exercise that you should do, to show if you have really understood this is to find the first differential of the following using the quotient rule. So you have the first question is 15x squared divided by 2x squared plus 7x minus 3, and the second question is 6x squared minus 3x divided by 5x minus 2. Yeah, so that's it. If you have any questions, please leave them in the comment section. If you have any comments that you want, if you have any comments, any observation that you want us to take note of, please put them in the comment section as well. So in the next class, we'll be talking about the generalized power function rule. So differentiation is in the generalized power function rule. I will expect to see you there. Please take note of the information I passed across at the beginning of this video. I would like to see your answers in the comment section. So it is voluntary. And I would like to see your answers in the comment section. Thank you very much once again, and see you in the next class. Hope you enjoyed the video you just saw. If you want more of our videos, please make sure you subscribe to the channel and click on the notification bell. Now there is a way to enjoy, to make the best of our YouTube channel, which is to go to the playlist section of every video or of every topic. So what you have to do is just type Emoji Economics on YouTube, when the page displays, make sure you subscribe. A bell button appears immediately, so you click on that bell button. Then go to the playlist section. So you're going to see videos, playlists, description, and all of that. So just go to the playlist section, and whatever topic you are looking for, look for the playlist and click on the video. Now our playlists have the classes arranged in a very chronological manner. So if you want to see a class on ISLM, so it starts from the beginning, the simple ones to the difficult to the complex ones. So if you want to see a video on, let's say, elasticity of demand, so you start from what is price elasticity, so from there then to the basic ones, and on and on. So I'm just telling you that in case you really want to make the best of this YouTube channel. And there's also one thing that I want to add, which is that our YouTube classes may not be enough for you. You may want a regular interaction with the tutors and all of that. So what you just have to do is to check the description of the video. You are going to find a WhatsApp link. So but before you do that, I really have to tell you that clicking that link is going to lead you to one of our schools. So it's going to lead to some of our schools. So we have MOGE School of Economics on WhatsApp, and we make use of our YouTube channel to run the groups. So the classes are paid for, so you're meant to pay for them. So to join our econometry school, so that is 2,500 naira per month, and to join our microeconomics or macroeconomics schools, so that is 2,000 naira per month. We also have we don't have classes, or we don't have schools of mathematical economics, because microeconomics has its mathematical aspects as well as macroeconomics. So the mathematical aspect of macroeconomics is treated in the macroeconomics school, and the mathematical aspect of microeconomics is treated with the microeconomics school as well. So I'll see you next time. Thank you very much for watching.